crushing it Wednesday. They feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christine, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not to be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT. Who the one that slayed the Chupacabra? Your favorite girls.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. I hope everybody's having a good night. I've got my girl Crystal in the house. Nika had a prior engagement, so she's not going to join us, but you still have us. So everybody sit back and enjoy. Crystal, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. So I see you're in a hotel. Are you having a little
Oh, yeah.
vacation?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're in LA today.
Ooh, good for you. I bet it's warm.
It's cold.
Oh, it is? Okay, what's cold?
It's cold. So it is very windy.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
okay.
I would say high 40s, potentially, low 50s, but it is cold.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So, anyway, tonight, so you heard our intro. And tonight, the guy that did our intro for us, Cush with a C, is going to join us for a few moments. We're going to talk about boxing. He does know boxing. And we're also going to talk about the intro. And so without further ado, I think, see, Naka usually does all this. So I think, HLD said, Nike out cheating on us tonight. No. She's working the comments. She is a G. She had something to do. And she's like multitasking. The girl has talent. Y'all saw her post today doing her
Right.
sister's hair. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Nope. That's you, Nika. See, I'm not good at this, so that's not Kush with a C yet. But anyway, saludos to everybody. We've got some fights this weekend. We've had some news. We're going to talk about that too after we talk to Cush with a C. But I think music and boxing is so important because think about it. I mean, walkout music. What do boxers listen to before they get in the ring? What do they listen to when they're working out? I mean, those are questions that we all have. Crystal, do you ever think about that? Like, what puts them in the mood to work out? And is it different to get in the ring?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, just last summer I read a book, Boxing and Beats and Boxing. It was about music and boxing, and I wish I could recall the author of the book because it is a good book. I cannot think of it off the top of my mind, but it, it sets the tone for the mood of the fighter, for the attitude of the fighter, and certain fighters
Yes.
must listen to certain things for the fitness to be at the level they want it. I think all of those music, the paces, that I think it play a very important role.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll give you a little secret. So Richard Torres comes up and he gives back to the boxers that are here. He spars with them, works out with them, he motivates them. He's very motivating. But anytime I walk into the gym and I know he's here and I hear music, I know it's Richard because he likes to listen to when he's working out, kind of like, I don't want to say like opera or something, but it's very soothing music. He's always listening to very soothing music. And so you can always tell the difference between his music and the other athletes' music. I've never asked him, but I'm sure it has something to do with the mental side of it. That would just
For
be my
sure.
guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be mine. Women's Boxing Channel said, yeah, ring walks, headphones, and music boxes everywhere around gyms too. Yeah, I mean, it's so important. I mean, even for me, if I'm cleaning house or working out, there's certain music I have to listen to. What about you? Are there certain musics and art? Well, I know who your favorite artist is. I'll let you tell it. But
You do.
is there
You know who my
for
favorite is?
yeah.
How you know that?
I thought you said it was Lil Wayne.
It is. It is.
I pay
Absolutely.
attention.
You
I
do
pay
pay attention.
I do. So, do you
I
listen to
love it.
Lil Wayne when you're like cleaning house or when you're like driving? When do you listen to him?
I love to listen to Little Wayne when I'm driving for sure. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah. It's just yeah.
hmm
Let's go, let's go.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
Nando, yes, he does do ballet as well. He's very well rounded. He really
hmm
is. Bud Crawford set the bar high with that Eminem walkout. Hello,
Very high.
hello. Yes, he did. Like, who can beat that? Nobody can beat
Yeah,
that, in my
and then
opinion.
from
What were
my
you gonna say, Krista?
understanding, that was not even planned. That was like a last minute, and
Yes,
sometimes those last minute things they work out to be wonderful.
they're the
Yeah.
best.
hmm
I think it was a tweet. I think that Eminem
Yes.
tweeted and then Bud responded and then they just like collaborated.
Yeah. And they work very well together. Clearly, right?
Oh my God.
To
Yeah.
make something like that happen at the last minute, that was
I
wonderful.
mean,
Yeah.
that was freaking
Uh-huh.
amazing. Like
Yeah.
whenever he walked out, I was like, ah! Like I used to like. I mean, I love him. I love
Yeah.
Eminem. Absolutely. Um, so Ariane said, just listen to the newish one from Chase and Status, but Dama make you work faster. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about, but you can explain it. Um, and women's boxing channel, the girls come out dancing. That adds even more to absolutely. Like so,
hmm
France John had like a model. You know, I don't know what catwalk thing. She had her music. She had all her
Oh, that's
clothes that she. Hello, Cush with a C. Thank you for joining us tonight. We were just talking
Hello.
about music. How are you this evening?
Good, good. How are y'all?
We are doing
very
very
good.
well. So I've got my girl Crystal with me. Nika, she's working our chat and our comments. She had something to do, but she couldn't join us. But I appreciate you coming.
For
We
sure.
were we were just talking about music. So for everybody that doesn't know, so Kush with a C, he does our intro music for our show. And it's fabulous. It's banging. Like I've gotten so many comments, so many compliments, and I appreciate that so much. The only problem is now we have to add Crystal. We're gonna have to add something at the end for Crystal.
Okay, we can do a
So
little remix.
okay, we'll do a little remix. We'll talk about that later. Absolutely for sure. Um, but so I was telling everybody that you're fabulous in music, but you also know a little something about boxing. So before we get into the music, I want you to tell us about that. So who's your favorite boxer to date right now? Not to
Uh,
date, but to date.
yeah. I mean, all time,
All time.
I would say Mike Tyson. Uh,
Nika's gonna love you. That's hers too.
for
Yeah,
sure. I think we have the same birthday or something like that.
we do.
Okay, I was gonna say
We do. You
we
so
do.
so so Kush with the C and I have the same birthday, June
Oh,
30th.
okay.
And Mike Tyson also has that. And it says a lot about us. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I'm saying they gotta watch out. Watch out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but
Exactly.
no, I would
No.
say Mike Tyson. I wasn't necessarily old enough to see him, when he was in his prime and watch the fights live, but even just watching clips of him like in interviews, even today, hearing him
Mhm.
talk and just seeing his presence and everything is just crazy.
I was blessed enough to meet him one time, and it's like I went to a fight in Dallas, and I don't know if it was Jordan or Chris, which are my sons, and Kush with a C knows they were fighting, and he walks into the room and he just commands respect. It's like he doesn't have to say anything. He walks in, and his presence alone is so overpowering. It's unbelievable. I was like speechless. I don't get like I don't stutter or get like starstruck over movie stars or people like that. But when he walked in the room, I was just like, oh my God, like a
Yeah,
schoolgirl. It was fabulous.
yeah.
It really was.
No.
So if you have to think about, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you have to think about a fight that you remember watching, and I know you do watch fights, what is the most memorable fight that you've seen and why?
Um, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But the Ward Gotti fights were for
Oh,
sure like, something that I'll
Hmm.
never forget.
Hmm.
Even
yeah.
just as a kid growing up and seeing it was like it was really war back then, like it was really true battles, and I mean, but I
Hmm.
I've watched fights back to the 80s, or even I talked to my dad about like Hagler Hearns, or even some of those Ali fights, they
Yes.
were crazy, but for sure like a crazy battle was for sure like those Ward Gotti fights.
Oh,
um
yeah.
I don't want to talk too much, but like RIP, like Diego Corrales, like
Oh my God. Yes. He was one of
some
my
of those,
favorite.
yeah, some of those fights were just. I think those fights that were just brutal were the
Hmm.
ones that they left a lasting impact on me, But in a good way though, it was like heart of the champion.
No quit.
Hmm.
There was no quit in them. And it's like, if you think about it, like whatever a passion is, we have to have no quit. And that's how they were. Like, I mean, there are some today, but back in the day, watching those old fights, the classics, it's just like, oh my God, they had no quit. Crystal, do you remember those fights? Like back in the day, they
Oh,
were just like,
they're my favorite. That was back in the 15 round era.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
15 around there. I was gonna say that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And so, do y'all think that now that we have the 12 rounds, is that better? Or do we need to bring back the 15? And also, remember, winner gets the bigger purse back in the day. So,
Right.
do we need to go back to that, do y'all think? Or are we good how we are now?
I think
What do
for
you think?
the safety of the fighters, I think 12 rounds is okay. I don't have a problem with that. But
Yeah,
the winner with the bigger purse, I do agree 100% with. I think
I do
that's the
too.
way it should be. And now we are getting ourselves in one position. We get less and less fights per year, and I think a lot of it have to do with the money talk.
Oh, for sure. I definitely agree with that too. Kush with a C, what do you think? Do you want to see that 15 rounds again and the winner gets the bigger purse?
If we could like, if there was some way we could guarantee no injuries, I would love to see 15 rounds every time. But
Yeah.
with just considering the health of the fighters and everything, I do think like even on a local level, do you remember there used to be those events where it would be like I don't I don't even know if this is like politically correct, but remember there would be those events, and like I don't know if this is a thing, but it was like fighter of the night would like
Yeah.
make the most money, or like
Yeah,
knockout
yeah.
of the night or whatever, you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
That's how Chicken, Shane Metcalf started. Like the
Yeah,
underground
Yeah.
fights, the money's being thrown in
Hmm.
the ring, the winner gets the
Hmm.
most money. Yeah, the
yeah.
most exciting. Yeah, I mean, those were fun. Those were those underground, things. And they are fun.
I
But
It
definitely
that draw
yeah,
eyeballs to the sport. Now we're losing some
absolutely.
eyeballs because it's not as energetic. It's not as fun per se, right? So we
Right.
have to bring that. We have to bring that aspect back. What
I
can we do to
Yeah.
saw
bring that back?
I saw
Jake Paul is
somebody
starting.
I saw somebody just made a good comment in the chat. Somebody said, "What if after 12 rounds, if there was a split, if there was like a draw, what if they could go to a 13th round, to
Oh, I
determine
like that.
like a overtime." Okay, there was that Stephen Ruiz. So something like that would be pretty cool. If we were able to watch the fight and after 12 rounds, we felt like, hey, both these fighters, they're in good shape. They can go another round. That would be
Mhm.
like crazy.
You know what? I like that because how many times have we seen that it's a draw and we're like, oh my God, no, I think this person was winning or that person was winning. Let's go one more. Let's go one more and see who has gas in the gas tank to keep it going for that next round. Like
Yeah.
I agree. I think that would be awesome. I don't
Overtime.
know how they could do that, but I'm with it. I'm talking. I'm with it. So let's talk about your music. I want to touch on that. So I have been blessed enough to see your progression and how amazing you're doing. So give everybody an idea of what you're doing. Um, and all that jazz.
For sure. So I've been doing music seriously for about 5 years now, but I mean, I started out when I was, a teenager, just trying to like figure it out. Kind of, it was just a hobby. But about 5 years ago, just started taking it seriously, and have been able to, do a lot of stuff here in Dallas. Hosting my own events and things like that, and trying to bring up other artists in the community as well. Um, Partnering with a festival in Texas. A lot of people know, but it's called South by Southwest. And
Yes,
so,
huge,
yeah.
huge.
So for this will be the third year in a row that I've been a part of South by Southwest Festival. So that's been really cool. Last year I was also able to produce some stuff at the Austin City Limits Festival. So that's like another big event that we have here in Texas in Austin.
Yeah,
Um, and all in all, I mean, it's just been a really cool journey. I do this full time now too. So in
that's a
last year,
testimony of what you're doing.
yeah, yeah. Last year, I was able to kind of transition away from my 9 to 5 job. Not knocking 9 to 5s at all, because we all gotta pay the bills and everything. But I've just been blessed enough to kind of become my own entrepreneur, and try my hand in different things and throwing events and things. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to do a boxing event someday or something.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and so that was going to be my next question. So I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. Okay. So out of all of the songs that you've done,
Hmm.
someone calls you up and they want to walk out song, a boxer. What song are they gonna walk out to that you pick?
uh, so it's funny. So a big term in boxing, is pound for pound.
Hmm.
Pound for pound is just, who's the best pound for pound, or, those lists that, the different magazines, Ring Magazine, pound for pound, and I did a song called Pound for Pound where I kind of like
Mm.
mentioned some boxers and things like that. And
Oh
I'm
my
trying to say,
God, I haven't heard it. Okay, to do
We
my
need to
so
hear
homework.
this.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
pound for pound. I kind of shout out Terrence Crawford. I know we're from Dallas, and
A
we support we support Earl and everything like that. But definitely have a lot of respect just for every level, and being able to see it from the local Golden Gloves level all the way up to
yes,
15 years ago, was able to go to ringside like the national tournaments and
yes,
see certain people. I remember like Gary Russell and his brothers and things like that. So to
yes.
have kind of grown up a little bit around the sport, I wasn't
You
as
have.
in the sport as you were, but in it close.
You were there.
Yeah, I was somewhere in the movie.
You're in the movie. You're in the book. You're in there. So I mean, tell people how that came about. Like, how did you get exposed to boxing, and how were you in the movie? How were you in the book?
For sure, for sure. So once again, I try to be as politically correct as possible, but I was trying to date this
No,
girl.
you good. You don't have to be politically correct yeah on this show.
But I probably was like a sophomore in high school, I want to say, and I was dating this girl, and she told me she was a boxer, and I was like, or I was trying to date her. I don't know if I was a sophomore in high school, maybe a little
In
dating,
your mind, you
but
were dating her.
in my mind we were. Uh, but she told me she was a boxer, and she started talking to me about how much she loved her mentor, and her mentor was this lady that uh, you know, had, had
Oh,
had this many fighters that were all her sons,
wah.
and and it turned out to be Christine. So, we I had my mom, just for transparency, like my mom is a friend of Christine's
One
for,
of my dearest friends. Absolutely.
not to age us all, but
Not to age us all,
we're
but
going
yeah,
on 40 years or something like that.
yeah. I knew him when he was in the womb, before he was born.
Yeah. So, but no, it was, reuniting was like a magical feeling because it's almost like family that you haven't seen in years or something. But
Yes.
whenever you get
Yes.
around them, you're like, dang, it makes sense. You're my cousin. I got love for you, and I don't even realize
Absolutely.
how locked in we are. So it's just been a blessing being able to interact with all the kids and
Hmm.
everybody. I literally have called them my cousins for like 20
Yeah.
years. You know what I
You're
mean?
you're
And
their you're their cousins, that's for sure. And your
you
mom is
know,
their second mom. They'll
yeah.
say that in a minute.
Yeah, so no, it's just been a blessing and to be able to have those conversations because as a person who didn't box, like I valued the opinion of those guys and of you, being there at the ring or in the ring or whichever way you want to put it.
Hmm.
Um, I never worked a corner or I never was a cut person or anything like that. So I've always kind of live vicariously through you and all the family that's involved in boxing and things, so it's been really cool.
Well, the blessing is mutual for sure. It definitely is. I'm living it vicariously through you too because I always wanted to drop a mixtape, but I wasn't quite talented enough. So, um, Crystal. So before he does his shout outs and all that good stuff, is there anything that you wanted to ask him?
Yeah, Cush, when you make this pound for pound song, and how can we find it?
So it's actually out right now on all platforms. So literally, if you just search Kush with AC, and it's pound for pound. So uh,
Okay.
I have like an Instagram and Twitter and all of those things. It's literally just Kush with a C underscore. So on all of
Okay.
those pages, all of my latest stuff is on there. But yeah, pound for pound, I kind of got braggadocious about me being the best there is around
I
here.
love it, and you are, and why not? Why not? We get on the mountaintop and we're the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Haas says Kush and D, my oldest son, love my brother Kush. So they're all tuned in because you're on the show. So
Okay.
D never tunes into the show. He don't
Okay.
support his mama, but he saw you were going to be on the show, so he's on it. He's on it. I
For
respect
sure.
that. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. What's up
So
to all the family?
absolutely. So, oh, and Stephen Ruiz says a new gym banger added. That's so cool. I love it. So before we let you go, I want you to give any shout outs that you want to give. And you already told us where we can find you, but any shout outs, any people you want to thank for where you are today, because we all along the way need help or we need support and or we couldn't do what we do.
For sure. No, I tell people all the time, my support system, it allows me to do whatever I want to do. So
Yeah.
in life, I've been able to say like, "Hey, I want to go to college for psychology. Hey, I want to be a journalist. Actually, I don't want to do journalism anymore. I want to make music. Actually, I
Yeah.
think I might want to build my own studio. Actually, what if I want to throw boxing events? Like, basically, I just my family and my friends too. I'm lucky enough, not just my blood family, but my friends too have always supported anything that I decided to like put my mind to and I've been appreciative of that because I talk to a lot of people out there and they're like, man, I wish I had a relationship with my mom like you have with your mom, or
Yeah.
I wish I could you know go stay at my grandma's house for the weekend and everything just be cool or whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
So there's like this song I have coming out in like the next few months. It's called "Took It for Granted," and for me, I
Oh
I
wow.
try never to take any of this stuff for granted. That's like one of my biggest lessons I feel like I've learned just as I've gotten older is just to kind of embrace the moment and make the
Yes.
most out of it because in the end it's like the memories is all we'll have. Not to be too cliche, but I
No, but it's
mean,
true.
yeah.
Very true.
It's true. It's true. And you're a Cancer. We appreciate and we're loyal. So, and just
Yeah,
saying. And
yeah,
we also
yeah,
do whatever we set out to do. That's true. No, I got nothing but love for you.
for
And we're
sure.
gonna have you back on the show. And then we gotta talk later because we gotta we
Yeah,
gotta do a
the
remix.
remix. Yeah,
The
yeah. I
remix.
got that, Crystal. I'll make sure we gotta We got to figure out what rhymes with Crystal real quick, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, you'll get it. I know you will. I know you will. I do. So
I
thank you so much
certainly
for
trust you.
joining us. Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on. And like I said, we'll have you on again. Hopefully this is the first of many.
Thank y'all so much.
We definitely want to add. I didn't realize that there was already a boxing and beats, Crystal. I was like, oh, I'm so clever. Boxing and beats, like beat down plus music. But I'm not that clever. Maybe I saw it somewhere subconsciously, but it's okay. It's okay. Well, you have a good night, Cush, and we
Y'all
will
have a
talk
good
to you
one.
soon. Thank
Alrighty.
you.
Wait a
Okay, good
second.
night. Oh, wait a second. Okay,
Yeah.
Crystal. Uh
I
oh.
just want to tell him to make sure he invite us to his first show, right?
Oh, no, you know what? I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely do that.
We
So,
can go support him.
no, we have to. We have to support
Yeah.
him. Definitely. He's such a great young man. I always want to
Mm.
say kid, when people are like younger than me, but he's not a kid, he's a grown man. So he's such a great young man. Um,
So,
so and speaking of boxing, guys, like everybody in the chat and Crystal, we'll just touch on this for a second, but there was so much shit on Twitter and other platforms about possibly Fury faking his injury or cutting himself. Did you see any of that?
mm. I don't see the part where he fake it. I see they show one photo that he have a cut. And this cut,
Hmm.
I do believe is potentially in the same spot that he be cut before. So I don't know
Yes.
that he is truly faking it. I don't think that sound legit to me, but that's
Yeah,
just
me
my
neither.
personal opinion.
Yeah.
Um, I have not seen the rumors about this. The other thing I do see is that Usyk is taking some body damage just during the camps. Of course, I mean, what else do you expect, right? This is what we do for a living. Yeah, he takes some damage. How much damage we
Yeah,
don't
it
know,
happens in
and
sparring. Absolutely.
yeah, I don't think that any of this play any part in a fake or a rumor or whatever. The fact of the matter is, if you do have to cut again, we have to allow it to heal, and then we will have the fight postponed, right? What did they say?
Absolutely.
Potentially in May, I
Yeah,
think is
May
what I
18th.
read.
May 18th. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
I I
I'm
I,
just
I, I do hope it happened,
Me
but
too, because that's the fight. I mean, and look, Fury looked like the best I've seen him in a long ass time since like maybe Klitschko or like he looked good. He looked like he was like in shape. He was ready. And so I think that he learned a lesson from God, I
and
don't
gone
miss
away.
Ngannou. Yeah, I don't want to mispronounce him. I think he took him lightly, and then he's like, you know what, I can't do that again. Really quickly, I want to go to Al the Pal. Comments. Never had a parent relationship, and I'm not. I don't want to ignore you. My parents never even took me to the park. And it's free. So definitely have sympathy for that. And so if you're a parent, all I can say is we have to do better. Whatever our parents didn't do, we have to do tenfold. And the things that we didn't like, we have to leave it alone. Um, and then Hasiel Habib says, no fighting, no money. Why would he fake it? Yeah. And then HOD, the grainy razor phone video didn't help. No, it didn't. But the thing is this. So it's not a Rocky movie. He's not like cut me, in the corner or whatever. But it's proven fact that anytime you get cut and you get hit again, it's tender, it's thinner, the skin is thinner,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to happen. And shit happens in sparring.
Mm-hmm.
People get hurt all the time. They're never 110%. We've always talked about that. Uh,
Absolutely.
so do you think that people are just like hating on Fury and they just don't like him?
I really think that the bigger problem is this. They're hating on the fact we still don't have this fight. Whatever the excuse is, whatever the 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 rumor is, whatever the media push is, the narrative, if you will. I think that the
Yes.
fact that they are upset is the fact that we still don't have this fight, or we've been waiting for this fight. And many people
Yes.
will say now that it's been like over the time or over brew or however they call it.
Yes.
And some people say I don't care to see it now. That's not true for me. I still want to see this fight. I want to see
Me
it sooner
too.
than later. I
Me
want to be
too.
the heavyweight division itself onto the next page.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. Mike Ramirez says, question for the cut woman. Does a previous cut tissue harden up or does it open up worse? Okay, so Mike, it really just depends on where it's at. But above the eye, on the lip, pretty much anywhere on the face, um, it is thinner. Like I've had many fighters who have been cut, and usually those cuts reopen. And then also, if the opponent knows that they were cut there before or whatever, their part of their plan might be to continue to hit that, like to reopen it, because if there's a lot of blood and the doctor doesn't think you can go on, well, they're going to stop the fight. And depending on what round it is, they're going to go to the scorecards, or the person that reopened the cut is going to be the winner. So yeah, in my experience, if you hit it and keep hitting it, it's going to reopen. Fortunately, I mean, unfortunately, it's just the way
And
it is.
many opponents who do their research, they know this.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Daniel Agnew says, but given Fury's history of being full of shit, that's why he's taking the heat. He brought a lot of this to himself, and I have no sympathy for him. So I personally love Fury. I like his shit talking. He's proven himself. I mean, he is the only boxer that I can think of right now that has risen from the dead. And I think that he did not take Ngannou
Away.
seriously. Yeah, Dunaway. Thank you. Seriously.
Uh-huh.
But now he's like, no, we're going to do this. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Nando, so much. I appreciate you so much for that. So, Crystal, what are your thoughts? I mean, are you a fan of Fury, or is he full of shit?
So, Fury, we
Or
always love
both?
Fury. I would say this. Fury always full of shit. He always
Yeah,
be shit talking. He always be having a shit full time. Like, he just be a happy, energetic lad. And I don't have a problem with that. He do have some, rather crazy part of his history. But let's be real. What boxer don't? There's many boxers who have a crazy history, right? So I want him to
absolutely.
get this fight over with. I enjoyed the Fury era when it was the Fury era. I want to see, honestly, I would love to see Usyk beat him. I don't think that will happen, but I would love to see it happen, just to see what happens, and
Yeah.
just to, let's throw something different.
Yeah, what
Um,
direction do we go in next if
yeah,
he does win?
yeah.
No,
So,
no,
and
I see what you're saying.
but no disrespect to the lad. I would never disrespect Mr. Furry. Like you say, he nearly rise from the dead. Some people say that's a lie. Whatever.
I
It is
saw
what
it.
it is. Yeah, it is what it is. At this point, I just want to see them in the ring again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love both. Like, I love Usyk. Like, he is the monster. But Fury, I love all the antics. I mean, and let's be real. It's like, so you're gonna watch him if you hate him because you want him to lose.
Exactly.
He beat some
Yeah.
people's favorite boxer,
He
in
very
Wilder.
special. He very
He is
special in that
special.
ring. He moved like some people I have never been able to see
Oh, I
move at
know.
that weight.
And he's huge.
Mhm.
And he moves like nothing, like he does. And he's
Mhm.
calm. That's another thing. He's
Oh
calm.
yeah.
He knows all the tricks like a veteran. He knows, and some people, I mean, they're going to criticize me for saying this, but he knows when to hold, when to turn, when to do certain
Mhm.
things. But that's all part of it. That's all
Yeah.
part of it. So hopefully, God willing, May 18th, we're going to see that fight. And
Yeah.
right now, I'm still picking Fury, but we'll see. It may change.
I think you
Um,
still pick Fairy till the day
I
that fight
know,
happened.
I know, right? You know me very well. You know me very well. But we have some fights tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we have Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz, and we had Jermaine on the show, and I'm going to post some clips
Yeah.
tomorrow. He was very
Mhm.
confident. He feels that he's very underestimated. Um,
Yeah.
so what are your thoughts on that fight? Is Teo back to himself mentally and physically, or is he going to have another bad night?
So this is a great question, but let's back up just for a second here.
Okay, absolutely.
Do you see the interaction between Keyshawn and Teofimo today? That
Yes.
interaction was very, very interesting to me. He
Yes.
looked like a little child who be getting called out, right?
Yes.
Keyshawn says something to him like, "I see that video," right?
Uh-huh.
And
Uh,
Mr. Lopez say, "What video you speak of or something?" They have a little
yeah. Back and forth.
conversation. Yeah, back and forth, yeah, whatever. But it was respectful. They even shake hands. But I, I'm not sure what that will lead to. I love it. That part of the part of the top rank who
Mm-hmm.
who are
Oh,
able to engage in that
they're
was
amazing.
wonderful. That was great for
Yes.
the press conference. So to me, that's what makes the press conference, and that should be. But I do appreciate that part of it. Um,
Absolutely.
as far as Tio, it depends on what Tio show up in the ring. We don't know. I want to say he is back to the Tio that knocked out Mr. Comey, right? In the Madison
Mm-hmm.
Square Garden. What was it, round
Mm,
one or round
yeah.
three? It was very
Yeah.
early in the fight.
Yes.
Um, I want to say he is back to that level. I don't know. It appears as though in his personal life things have calmed, calmed down compared to what he was posting, on the social media,
Yeah.
10 to 12 months ago. But I think tomorrow will definitely be a definitive fight for Teofimo. I think it will also, if Jermaine is able to capture the win in this situation, we throw another firework in the air because
Absolutely.
this will bring a whole different ball game, right? So
Oh
this
yeah.
this will,
It's a game changer because
yeah,
everybody, I believe, is expecting Tio to
Tio
just
to
like
win.
totally run through him.
Yep, yep, yep.
You know,
And two
I've
years
heard.
ago, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, perhaps? I probably will agree.
Yeah.
But now we see,
Yes.
now we see Tio this way, that way, that way. We're not sure where he at.
Absolutely.
So tomorrow he
Absolutely.
will show us where he is. He do a
Well,
he do a good job with Josh Taylor, right?
he did. He did.
Hmm.
And but we've also seen like still some of those odd tactics, some of the interviews, and we've also seen where Tio is always looking past his opponent. He's always
Hmm.
looking for, you know, the
The next.
future,
Hmm.
right, the next, when I believe he should be in the present.
Right.
Um I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I can't say definitively. Yeah, Tino's gonna just run through him because where's his mind? What's going on? Alpha Pal says that's an easy fight for Teo. I don't think it's easy. I mean, Jermaine, he is very talented. He's also come up through the amateur program. Maybe he has not had the notoriety or the opportunities as Teo, but this is his
Hmm.
shot. Like this is his shot. Is he going to
Right.
rise to the occasion? And we've seen him rise to the occasion before.
Hmm.
So I think it's very interesting.
Absolutely. I'm all about. I don't want to miss this fight.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I'm not going to
If
miss the fight.
if I don't have some meeting schedule, I was planning to drive 4 hours over to the Las Vegas from the LA and see it live, but I
You're
can't make it
good.
happen now.
You are
So,
good. Nando says Jermaine is patient and poised. It's a good fight. He is. I've had the opportunity to meet them both, and they're both excellent human beings. Teo has a little bit more electricity, a little bit more electricity, I'll say. And Jermaine, he is very calm. He doesn't look to me like he gets nervous or whatever. He's more leveled. And I like Teo. I do. I just wonder what's going on in his life. Who does he have around him? How is his dad gonna be? Because your dad's your dad, and he's also in his corner. So what is his energy gonna be like? Because they feed off of the corner. So that's a big
absolutely.
part too. It
The
really
last
is.
comment there, about I think Mr. Ruiz, he said, um,
Oh, nothing scarier than a boxer with nothing to lose and prepared. That one.
that's Jermaine. That's Jermaine.
Yeah,
He have
absolutely.
nothing to lose. He have a statement to make.
Very
Wishfully, he
true.
come in very, very hungry, and he keep that patience about him, and he really do what he
Yes.
need to do. I don't want to see a decision. I'll be lying if I'm
No.
telling if I'm telling you
No.
that. But I either want to see a knockout by one or the other, just so they make a,
Yes.
a, a
A
concrete
statement, a clear statement.
concrete statement, or completely outbox them and get a decision. That's fine. But
Absolutely.
I, I don't know. I expect Tio to win. In all fairness, I do expect him to win. But I would love to
Yeah.
see Jermaine pull it off. Hmm.
Yeah, like I don't have a dog in the fight. So I'm with you. Like if Tio is in the right space, I expect him to win. You know, he also has something to prove.
Yeah.
Um, but if Jermaine wins, I'm good too. Like either one. You know, so
So,
right now it's
but
50-50
now
for me.
Tio is calling out Crawford, and Crawford tell him basically focus on your fight, right? So,
Yeah.
is that something that you feel that is potential to happen? Because I just don't see it.
I don't see it. I mean, I personally don't see it. Like, I think that if Crawford fought Tim Zoo next, I'd be okay. And then ultimately, I want to see him with Canelo. Now, Crawford has said himself he's going to retire, you know, in the near future. And he calls the shots. Like whatever he wants to do, that's what he's going to do.
Right.
I personally don't care to see Tio and Crawford, honestly. I
Yeah.
think that it would be a total beatdown. You
Hmm.
know, I think that Tio would be biting off more than he can chew. But
Absolutely.
then again, on the business side, if the money's right and Crawford gets what he wants, then why not? But I know that he has a limited time where he says he's going to retire before boxing retires him. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I do expect Mr. Crawford to retire. He have no reason not to. At this point,
Right.
who else have accomplished what he have accomplished right now today? Right?
Yeah.
Even if he retired today and he don't fight Tio, he don't fight Tim Tszyu, he don't fight Canelo, he's still
Yeah.
going to the
Oh
history
yeah.
books. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
there's no way around it. But
And
um, I
and
don't
and,
know.
and no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You feel like the spins is still on the line? Perhaps it is.
I don't
Um,
think it is, and I hope not because I don't want to see. Honestly, I don't want to see Spence in the ring again because I do care about him. I do.
mm,
So it's more personal and emotional. I don't want to see it again. I don't think he's the same Spence as he used to be. He took a horrible beating, you know, from Bud, and I do not want to see it again. And the only reason why I say possibly Tim Zoo is because Tim has a humongous following in Australia. I mean, huge.
mhm.
Like from what I hear, he has pay-per-views almost every Sun. Well, whenever he fights on Sundays, people follow him. And Australia has a huge boxing support system.
They
So
do.
him fighting him, if he fought him in Vegas or wherever, the money is there. And that is
Sure.
why I would say that that would be a good business move.
You think that if he fight one of the Chalos, either one, the money will be there for that?
You know, I think that at this point it won't be. And honestly, I mean, I'll watch it, but
Mhm.
I care about it? Am I excited about it? No.
I
I
think he
think,
need to take one stay busy fight prior to fighting with Canelo, though.
yeah, I think
So
Zoo could be the fight, in my opinion. I
sure,
do
but it will have
because
to be this fall, right?
yes, yeah,
Because
yeah,
you have one set up right now with Keith Thurman. So
exactly.
I also see Aldo Powell. He mentioned Keyshawn. Keyshawn looked fabulous. He be looking very fabulous right now. I think he
Yeah,
be
he looks good
focused.
right now.
I think he'd be much more focused than I have seen him in the past, and I
Yes,
expect him to do what he need to do with Pedraza. Will he knock him out? Potentially, but if he do, it will be late.
yeah. Yeah, and I think it's a great like the matchmakers at Top Rank are fucking awesome. They really
They're in
are.
the
I
Hall of Fame.
mean,
They in the
it,
Hall of
it,
Fame.
yeah, I mean, look at what they do. So this is perfect. So you know, Keyshawn, you know, he lackluster his last fight. He had some issues. Well, now he's looking really healthy, really strong. He's got a great team behind him. So why not put him with a former world champ so he can prove what he has? I know that the amateurs and the pros are not the same, but I was blessed enough to work with Keyshawn in the amateurs and go to Tokyo with him and see everything that he did. And he's fucking special. Okay. So, but he's human. We all get into situations. We've all fallen off or whatever, but I really see him back now. And this is a perfect matchup for him to say, you know what, this is where I belong and this is where I'm going to stay. And I have him winning. Absolutely tomorrow.
Mhm. Yeah. hmm Do you know anyone else on the card? I was trying to think of anyone else who was on the card. Anybody
Um,
know?
yeah, anybody know in the chat? So I mean, of course, obviously Tio and Jermaine, and then Keyshawn and Pedraza. So I've also been like really busy and I haven't been able to keep up, and I really tried to, but
Yeah.
I'm really curious who else is going to be on the card. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be tuned in.
Yeah.
And then we'll definitely, talk about it again next Wednesday,
For sure. And
So is there anything that you wanted to put out or anything you wanted to talk about? Any fights that are intriguing or that you're, wondering about?
let me say this. All across the country now till May, till January, February, March, April. From now to April, the Golden Gloves is going on in every state. Find one Golden Glove show to support. These lads need the
Yes.
support. This is where these lads start. So I want everyone to try to get out to one Golden Glove show or even a local LBC show. The boxing in the United States need you. They need everybody. So we all play
Yes.
a part, and I love the sport, and I support the littles all the way to the pros. And if we have more people who do that, the sport remain wonderful, and we can all enjoy it for our entertainment.
Well, that's true. And that's the thing. It starts at the grassroots level. It starts with the amateurs. I mean, you can start competing at 8 years old. And
Right?
and some of these up and coming boxers are our future world champions,
Absolutely.
and one thing that I've really been concerned about is that a lot of people don't even know or didn't know like who was on Team USA, who was going
Right.
to the Olympics. They don't know who Team USA is today. Who's going to the second qualifiers in Italy? We leave on the 14th.
Yeah.
So this is very important. It starts in the gyms, the local gyms, the Golden Gloves,
Yeah.
and all the
I don't think
smokers.
I. I don't think I even tell you this, Miss Christine. Last week I be at the National Silver Gloves tournament, and I have some people
Mm.
come up to me and say, "Hey, are you Crystal and Nike and Christine show?"
Oh my
Yeah, how you
gosh, I
know? Yeah,
love
that's
it.
true. That's true. So everyone in
Oh,
the chat
blessings
and
to
all of the
everyone.
viewers, yeah, that it's out there. So
That's huge.
yeah,
That's huge. And that's what
yeah,
we want to do. We want to bring
hmm
attention, to the amateurs and come up to the pros, because
hmm
it's very, very important.
yeah.
There's one question I wanted to let me see. HOD says, does PBC even have the money to pay Crawford and Canelo's remaining fight contract? You know, honestly, I don't worry about that. I don't. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And they figure it out. I mean, we've seen, people have always said or have said in the past, oh, PBC is tanking, they're going out of business. Even I've heard those rumors. Even I've talked about that, I will admit, but they're still floating. They're still doing great, and they have a new network, and you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just get the fights that we want.
The thing is, they're not putting money in my pocket. So until they put money in my
Exactly.
pocket, I probably should not be concerned about what they have in their
Absolutely.
pocket. That's
That's
just my
exactly
personal opinion.
exactly my thoughts. Exactly. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna enjoy the matchups that I want to see and enjoy the fights. And hopefully, I'm planning on going, to the Tim Zoo and Thurman fight in Vegas. So anybody that wants to join me, please come out.
That would be fun.
So
That would be very
yeah,
fun.
I know. I hate my girls can't go, but I know you have other obligations. But I really
Yeah.
plan on being there. I'm gonna be on vacation for a minute from
I
after all
catch
this.
another one though. We catch another one.
Absolutely.
You know that.
Absolutely, we will. Yes,
Yeah.
we definitely will. So, Crystal, any last thoughts? Any last words? Any
Did you
shouts?
Thank you to all the viewers, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Christine. You do a fabulous job, and I
Ah,
know you'll be
thank
picking
you.
up more nights, Mondays, Fridays. Look at you go. I'm so proud of you. And Miss Nika too. We miss you, Miss Nika.
Yes, we do. I'm so proud of you because people don't know, but you're doing humongous things in the amateur ranks. And I know whenever you're ready, you're going to tell everybody about that. People are going to be seeing more of you, and I'm super proud of you too. And my girl
Thank you.
Nika, you know, she brings so much to the show, and you both do. So we just
Thank
have the
you.
perfect fit, the Three
We
Musketeers.
do. We do.
Yes, definitely.
You're right.
And thanks to our chat. Oh my God, we have the best chat
Absolutely.
ever. And
Mm-hmm.
the guests that come on, they are the best. It's so funny because I'll just say this really quick. So you know this, but anytime we ask anyone to come on the show, usually they're very happy to come on. They know there's no pressure. We're not gonna, you know, target anybody. We let them say what they want to say. We did have somebody, and I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book that we invited on, and they wanted to get paid, and so that was very funny. But everybody who comes on, they're not paid. They come on because they love us, and we're fun and we're easy. So, you know, shout out to them. Shout out to all of our guests. You
Yes.
enjoy your time. You enjoy your time in LA. And
Yes.
I will see you next week, my girl.
All right. Sounds good. Take
Good night,
care.
everybody. We love to love you.